I think we're here.
Woo!
Can you hear us? Can you see us? Let us know. I hope so. I see a wave.
I see a wave.
I see a hi, Aaron and Patrick.
Yay! Okay. Yay! Yes. Thank you, Rosie. Oh, good. Okay.
The way we were just.
We might have like a little bit of
sweating.
flop sweat just from nervous.
Okay. Full confession. I was getting fancy. I was getting too fancy for my britches, which is the green screen. Hi everybody.
Hi.
Josh. I was learn how to fall. Says hi, Aaron and Patrick. We are learning how to fall.
Oh,
right
we're
now.
really good at falling.
Yeah.
And wearing falls.
Yeah. So I, based on a conversation that I saw between John Wright and Ian, they recommended this platform called OBS where you could do all sorts of fancy stuff with your live stream. So I thought, we're going to try this out so that in the future we can play videos and all sorts of stuff.
And we can put ourselves in really fun places,
Yeah.
like, the Taj Mahal or, I don't know.
Yeah. Turns out I haven't figured it out yet. I'm behind. We still have 2 minutes before we get going.
Yeah. Our hope initially was to sign on 10 minutes before we started officially getting going on this, like in the old days. And then all of a sudden we freaked out because the OBS app,
The weird thing was we could see your chat through this app, but it said the configurations with YouTube were not right. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway, we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
But this is our first shot at going live. So we went back to like just the initial, like YouTube itself, their version of going live.
Yeah.
And we'll figure out that other app where we can do other fun things another time. But yeah.
I might still try to play the video. Maybe I'll zap it to your computer.
Sure. Yeah.
Because I had a video I wanted to play. I know, Rosie. I wanted to be fancy. I was like, we can be fancy for everyone.
Like Reba McEntire.
Just like Reba McEntire, who was in New York last night and we missed it.
I know.
I've seen her before, though. I've seen her, I think, thrice. Because she's the best.
Who says thrice?
Me.
Okay.
I do. Because I'm fancy. I don't think she originated fancy though. Was it Bobby Gentry?
Oh,
I think Bobby Gentry. No?
Yeah, maybe somebody will know.
Yeah, someone else will know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love Reba too. Agreed. Right. I think there might be a slight delay on our chat as well, and I think that that's something that I can play around with in the future. Maybe I can even do settings right now. Although it is go time, which is very exciting. So I might play with the settings later. Yes, Bobby Gentry, says Bonnie.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Yeah. Hi everybody.
Hi.
Welcome.
It's happening.
Welcome home. Welcome to our home and to your new home, and welcome home.
Yeah, welcome to your new green home.
Yeah, it won't always be green.
Yeah.
And the plan was not for it to be green today. We thought it would be Bethesda fountain. That was my plan. Because our hope was to kind of use today also as a little bit of a test to for the future, for some ideas that we have, for some things we want to try. And so we'll be in front of this boring green screen during this, but that's okay because we're with you.
Yeah.
By the way, if you happen to be new to us, thank you for finding us.
Yeah, if you just stumbled upon this live YouTube video, then welcome.
Wow.
Yeah. WOW.
Yeah.
And if you are a new person to us, I am Patrick.
And I'm Aaron.
And we're A&P Adventures, and we're happy that you're here. We're happy you're all here.
My heart is so okay. Honestly, my heart is so warm from seeing so many names that we know, but really, and I bet you feel the same, what warms my heart more is not folks saying hello to us. It's seeing each other in the chat. It's like giving me goosebumps.
We can still do it. We can still do it.
Yeah. It could be clunky. It will be clunky,
yeah.
Clearly, but it's happening. Tony V, we are ice cream salesmen. That's what we are. Tony V. He was asking who we are again. So so thanks for joining, Tony. We are ice cream salesmen.
We're not ice cream. We don't sell ice cream. Although
we do eat it.
Yeah, if I sold ice cream, I probably wouldn't make any money because I'd eat it all.
Yeah. Barrett says the guide's calendar brings you right here. Oh, good. That's good to know.
Oh, that is good to know.
Sorry, I want to go back to, yes, I would probably eat it all as well.
Yeah.
That went into my ear and I was reading, so I didn't fully process it, which is why I couldn't work in a bakery at all.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, indeed, like part of this chat time is for us to relay what's ahead for us. First of all, I'm growing my hair out and I'm going blonde. So just be ready for that.
That's you, and that is not true.
You don't know.
You're right.
Finding out right now with everybody else.
Well, this will be exciting for all of us.
So that's first. No, so it's our hope is to sort of discuss our plan and maybe even get a little bit of feedback. By all means, we're here to chat. So if something pops up, we'll respond. We've got our pens and paper ready.
Yeah, we're ready to sort of like jot down questions if we are on to another subject and we miss something. But
Sharon asks, how do you ever keep up with my fibs? Well, when it's something that involves me growing my hair out, I don't think he has to keep up at all.
We wanted to today is partly about just letting you all know what we're going to do and how our hope on YouTube to how we're going to get going, how often we're going to put tours up, what type of tours we're going to do, how often we'll do live streams. So we're going to sort of give you that information, and and that plan might change. We have an idea of what we think we want to do, and we'll see how it goes, and then we'll make adjustments as we go along.
One person said, can you enable tipping on YouTube? We don't know how to do that yet, and we might not be able to do that until we had to hit 1,000 subscribers, and we're there. Now we have to hit 4,000 hours of view time. We're at about 600 or 700, which honestly we're not mad at.
Yeah,
that's pretty incredible.
That surprised us.
Thank you all for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. So that might be. We might have to hit the 4,000 viewing hours before we're able to add that option of a contribution on the tour.
Yeah, and as Patrick says, if you want to help us out in that venture, great. There's no pressure, but if you want to help us out, you can certainly play one of our videos in the background, mute it, and go do your dishes.
Yeah, I don't know if you should mute it. Maybe just turn the volume down.
Don't mute it.
Yeah, I think I don't know. So many things fly by. We're all reading like these things on social media and how it all works. But yes, by all means, put the video on and go finish the dishes, or if it's one that you've already seen.
Marlene asks if we have a PayPal or a Buy Me a Coffee. I'm going to hold this up. Hopefully it's not backwards. Let me know if it's backwards. But that is our Buy Me a Coffee. And we'll get better. One of my hopes with this green screen. Oh, good. Thanks for the thumbs up. Good. One of my hopes with this green screen is that in the future, we'll be able to put in some titles and, for example, how to contribute if you want to, or even just, how to get in touch with us and, things like that. Natalie, the PayPal, give me a second. Patrick's going to say he's going to chat.
We do. Yes, we do have PayPal, but we don't have it set up specifically for A&P Adventures. But we do have a PayPal that we've been using. And do we prefer Buy Me a Coffee or PayPal? I mean, it doesn't, look, if you want to contribute anything, do it where it's most comfortable for you. We're going to show you the PayPal information here in a second. You want to buy me a copy of this? Yes. Thanks, Barrett. Also good for pizza and donuts. Yes, well, all of the above. There's a link to Buy Me a Coffee to his YouTube page. Oh, that's cool. Check out. Oh, well, that was our hope. Thanks, Pam, for that. Yes, we our hope for today was through this other app that we were going to use through YouTube was to put up pictures. Some of it was about Buy Me a Coffee and those types of links. So yes, thank you, Pam. We will be adding that soon.
I'm gonna show my PayPal username. which is the name of a very, very handsome New Yorker. So that's the ring light doesn't like me. How do I do that?
Is it not showing?
Okay, I think I can put it in the chat.
Oh,
so I just realized that I can just put it in the chat. So there we go. That's the PayPal. There we go. That you plug in.
Yeah. So people are saying that sometimes there's fees with PayPal that's higher than Buy Me a Coffee. Look, you know what? If you want to contribute at all,
we're honored.
we're honored. B, you should use whatever is most comfortable for you for any reason, for whatever reason.
Now, in terms of somebody said, how do I get to the calendar, the guide calendar? We're also not going to lie to you. We are still figuring that out ourselves. We figured best to jump on to a live stream with you all to check in and make sure that we're all together and happy again.
Yeah.
Even if it means we don't have everything figured out yet.
Yeah.
So what I will say is you want to go, there's the Live Virtually Facebook page. And on that, there will be links to that newsletter that John Wright has sort of organized. And in that newsletter, you'll be able to click on a link that will take you to the calendar. Now, I think that there's a trick of like adding that calendar to yours, something to that effect. And somebody who might have successfully done it might be able to say in the chat some tips on it. But then it should populate and you should be able to see who's coming up. And there we go. John Wright did a video. Thank you, Shamika, for putting that in. So John Wright did a video on that. So that's good to follow that video and then you can see how that's all done.
I don't know if links work on YouTube, but I'm gonna try to put that link to the
Oh, and Pat says yes, and it gives you tours in your time zone. We were pretty sure that was the case because there was a lot of discussion on that. Oh, good, Paulette, you found it through the new Google Calendar.
Oh, good. I just put a link in the chat there, so
looks like a link.
Hopefully, that is the link to the guide calendar that John Wright has so tirelessly, and Kelsey really is the one who did all the work in putting that together. But yeah. Oh, good. Glad to hear.
Yeah, thank you all, and thank you. That was going to sort of lead me to my next thought, which is that in the spirit of Hago, let's take care of each other too. And so by all means, if you have a tip on how to help somebody with the calendar, don't be shy. And also, if you're confused about something, don't be shy in reaching out. You know us, you know how our hellos, how often we've been like, if you're having technical issues, throw your phone in the river. It's amazing. We're right here, right now, in front of this camera talking. Yeah. So do you want to,
I just want to point out, Parker said the super chat. Yes, that's something we have to look into because yes, I know that it has something to do with the contributions and how you can do that. So thank you, Parker. We will look into that.
We do have pen and paper so that if things come up. Yeah. What I will say is we had a few Susan, I think the calendar gets updated immediately, right?
I think so, yeah.
Like Patrick posted our live this week and it went up right away. So you might want to check in every now and then as well to see if something new has popped up. We will, for the most part, if it's something live, we will try our best to make sure it is up a week, if not 2 weeks in advance, just like Hago. But we'll talk about our recorded tours in a second and the schedule of those.
Someone asked, will the live tour be on our channel after this?
So I think, and we haven't fully. No, I didn't answer, but I have an idea.
Yeah.
I think the short answer is yes. I think for some of these live at homes, what it may end up being is an edited version of it. So if it's one of our special at homes like you're used to from Hago, in the future, it might be something that's a little bit more edited. So some of the chat might not be there. And that's just because it's going to be, YouTube is such a different format, so it'll be nice to sort of speed it along a little bit.
Can't buy coffee or PayPal you. Miss Knight Rider 3. I don't know. There's links in most of our videos on our YouTube page to those things. So if those links aren't working, it is our Buy Me a Coffee is AP Adventures, right?
Yeah, sorry.
buymeacoffee.com/AP Adventures.
Selena, yes, the tours that we have uploaded on YouTube, the plan is that they will stay there. The only thing that could change is down the line, for those of you that subscribe to us, we might put things up for subscribers only, and it'll only be for like a week that subscribers get to see it, and then that video goes away. That could be down the line. You don't have to worry about that right now. But for right now, all the tours that we have put up, they will stay there. And Corinne says you get notifications from YouTube. So thank you, Corinne. That is a perfect segue.
Yeah, there is a bell. There's a bell up there. People are, I think a couple people have asked how.
Which leads me to another question. What would you do if you were a bell?
I'd be ringing.
I thought you were I go ding dong, ding dong, ding. So yeah, so with YouTube, if you can, there's a subscribe button, and you can click that subscribe button, and then next to that is a little bell, and you click the bell, and then you'll get notifications when new stuff pops up. Sorry, Rosie. Never serious, hardly ever serious around here. Mike would get your wings, absolutely.
So in terms of YouTube and our tours and the content that goes up, our plan is to put a certain number of new, like 2 tours a week, right?
It'll be one new tour,
one like new recorded tour.
Yeah,
meaning it won't be a Hago rerun, or it might be one of our Hago tours, but on this new way of recording them. We'll put one of those up per week.
Yeah, that'll be on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Wednesday at noon, New York time. New tours will pop up, meaning nothing filmed from Hago, although it may be repeat.
Yeah. New YouTube tours.
Yes, that's it.
And then what did we say?
Monday and Friday.
And then Monday and Friday we'll put up what we're calling. Some of you might have even seen them on our YouTube page already. Hago reruns, for anyone who might want to revisit.
That's my rerun dance.
Anyone who might want to revisit one of our old Hago tours, we'll put 2 of those reruns up per week on Monday and Friday. Or it might be, we already noticed that a couple of people weren't able to do the tour when we did it on Hago, and so they were happy to see it on YouTube because they had to miss it because of their schedule. So
TNT says new to us YouTube tours. TNT, are you new to us via YouTube, or did you follow us on Hago as well?
We're just curious.
Tish loved visiting the Barkitecture. Yeah, we knew a lot of folks didn't get to see the. Oh, good. I like that you're enjoying the reruns. Good. Black and white. JB is asking about the boat trip to Statue of Liberty. Well, that's a good segue. We do have one of our reruns from the Statue of Liberty. One was not good. One was good. We will post the rerun, but we're also going to be posting we don't have a good name for him yet, but a recorded tour of it, where we will Hago. Oh, I see, TNT. I got you. Where we will go and we'll actually film at the island. We'll get proper filming. We'll edit it together nicely, as nice as we can.
Yeah, we're still learning that too, that skill, the edit, how to edit things in.
So this past week, we put up the Barkitecture tour, which a lot of you said you watched. Yay. Upper West Side was our new clean tour. It's not a Hago rerun, but it is roughly the same route we did on our live Hago tour. And then we also put up the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel tour.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
That was a fun day.
Yeah.
Laurie, so one live tour a week, a new recorded live tour, like we'll be live. And when we put it up on YouTube, it will be,
filmed.
Filmed.
Yeah.
And then we'll do 2 Hago reruns. Yes, that is correct.
So Monday, rerun. Wednesday, pre-record. Friday, rerun. Saturday and Sunday will probably be some sort of a live. For the next couple of weeks, it might be just us at home.
We're sort of thinking, because that is the easiest way for us. We can do a tour live on YouTube, but what we have noticed with watching a couple of others is that the signals they're unpredictable. So it just depends on what kind of signal your phone has in that moment and in that area. Which is something that we can go test, but
and we will,
and we certainly will. But that's a little tricky. We've noticed that's a little tricky. So for now, we're thinking that we'll do a live tour, live in real time, like this is right now, once a week, sometime over the weekend. And for the first couple of weekends, it might just be us at home, checking in, seeing how things are going, find out what went well, and more importantly, what didn't go well. So yeah.
And for us, and for right now, it will just be YouTube. There might be some other. We have a couple. We're dancing with some other ideas beyond YouTube that we're not sure about yet. So for right now, we're really gonna stick to YouTube because we also feel like everybody can access YouTube, and we want to make sure that everybody who watched us on Hago can watch us somewhere, can tune in, can be with us. So yeah, Susan says keep it simple. It's such a it's oftentimes a theater phrase, and elsewhere too. KISS, keep it simple, stupid. And yeah, that's just it. Like Lori, we're hoping to go outside the house, like all that. But if we figure if we can master YouTube, then we might be able to branch out elsewhere as well. But that's kind of our plan in terms of, so Monday rerun, Wednesday new pre-record, Friday rerun, either Saturday or Sunday live from at home or out and about.
And we'll add, Mrs. Maisel, that was sort of a special event. So whenever we can, we'll toss in those special things as well, things that are happening just on one particular day or whatever. So yeah, we're still carving out our way here.
Thank you, Sharon. Sharon says Rome wasn't built in a day. Just breathe. That's what we keep telling ourselves. We find ourselves sort of like, we have to like make sure we have this ready, and we just think, okay, it's all right. We'll get there. And thank you, Beansy. Beansy said the quality of our pre-records have been fantastic.
Good.
So we love hearing that. We're quite pleased with them too, in a shocking sort of way. Is outstanding, Beansy said.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, we've been kind of amazed by that they've turned out so well. And somebody else said, did anybody recognize me at the Maisel event? As part of the cast? What's really funny about that is somebody came up to us and said, they were like, is the cast going to be here? And instinctively, we both were like, oh, we don't know, because we genuinely didn't know.
Yeah.
And the person walked away, and I started laughing. I was like, wait a minute, I was in it.
Like, that's you.
Do you not know me? Dave, the telephone repairman.
The darndest thing.
But then the cast was there. We couldn't believe it, but the cast was there.
Can you read the chat after live on YouTube? Dahlia, we're going to find out.
That's part of this experiment today. Here's what I will say. We tested a live at home the other day, and it was a terrible, terrible test. So the fact that you are seeing us and we have chat together is already leaps and bounds better than what it was at home the other day. I mean, it's just unbelievable. You're right, TNT. I should have gotten in the cast lineup. Excuse me. I had intended on showing, speaking of Mrs. Maisel, I had intended on showing a video so some of you, if you watched the whole Maisel tour, We also put up a short about this as well. We're playing with these YouTube shorts as well. And if you haven't seen any of the shorts, they're on our page. We're going to put up more of those. And what those might end up being are just fun things we see when we're out and about. So, or it might be a sneak peek of what's ahead or what we just showed on our longer tours. But at the Maisel event, Lori says yes, the chat is recorded and can be played back.
Oh, good
to know.
Good to know.
We'll find it, Lori. But yes, Judith, it's tan shoes and pink shoelaces. So the dancers came out and they started dancing, and it was awesome. Like, it was very exciting.
Yeah.
And the music cut out. Like, the speaker went out, and they didn't miss a beat. They kept dancing for like a solid minute.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. So the music just cut out altogether, and the dancers didn't stop. And so then me and a lady that was next to me, I feel like we were the only two people who really knew the song. So we just started singing it. And while they were dancing, we didn't put when the music cut out as part of our, that didn't make it, that got cut from the edit of our tour. But that's what we wanted to show you, is that portion, which I'll try to find it on my phone.
And if we don't find it, we're going to figure out this platform soon where we can play videos while we're talking to you.
Yeah.
And we'll play it again in the future, because that would be really fun.
Yeah.
Because we got it on video, and it's pretty cool. We didn't include that in the edit of our final tour just because it involved a little bit of explaining, but it's pretty neat. So we'll definitely do that. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying the shorts, Kathleen.
Oh, good.
I've got some shorts on right now.
Oh my gosh, I do have the video. I don't know if it'll play. Should we just give it a shot?
We'll see if it. Oh yeah. Now it's when they start partnering dancing. Get ready for it. Get ready. Look at them. They don't miss a beat. I mean, it gives me goosebumps. Bam, 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 bam. That's Patrick singing, by the way. Pink shoelaces and metal man. Look, they're still going. Big Panama with a purple headband.
Wasn't that incredible? I love seeing those types of stories live and in real time, because you just sort of realize how incredible, dancers like that, especially professional dancers like that, who never miss a beat. They didn't even blink.
No.
They just kept going.
No.
I love it. I love it.
Have you ever had anything like that happen? Like the music go out?
Probably, but I probably walked off stage.
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't know what to do. I'm out. I don't think I have. Well, I've had to leave the stage before because of a technical difficulty where the stage manager's like, actors, please leave the stage.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was, and they did that. So they did that every hour from 11 to like 5 p.m. or something like that. I mean, it was really cool. So if you haven't watched our Mrs. Maisel tour yet, we put it up We went and watched the event Friday, or experienced the event, I should say, on Friday morning and into the afternoon. We were there for a couple hours filming, and then we came home and we edited like crazy. We are learning how to do iMovie. We're learning how to edit, and I don't think it's too bad. We're kind of proud of it. I'm not gonna lie. So please watch it, because it was one of our first attempts at doing like major editing. So,
I just put the link to that tour, the Mrs. Maisel tour, in the chat.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this week we put up Maisel, we put up Barkitecture, and we put up the pre-recorded filmed or our filmed version of Upper West Side. We're gonna get there. The motion picture version of Upper West Side. We're still toying. Rerun is so perfect.
Yeah.
The name Rerun for the Hago tours is perfect. We haven't figured out what the name is gonna be yet.
For our new, like, pre-recorded tours that we do new. So we're still figuring that out.
Yeah, the tennis ball doghouse. I love that one. Somebody said, "What does your T-shirt say?"
What is this?
Oh, it's the Disney Transportation Center.
Yeah.
So that's what we put up this past week. Now I do want to talk about some things that are going to be coming up to look forward to. We're gonna, as we said earlier, we're gonna go film the Statue of Liberty, similar to Maisel, how we had a edited filmed version of that. We're gonna go and we're gonna do that. So get ready for that. Live on Delay.
I know, or yeah.
Are there some other good ones?
Debut.
Oh, Debut. I like Debut. I knew if we brought it up, there'd be some good ideas. Yeah. So also, Trudy, I don't know if you're here or not, but the Troysters, Trudy and the Cloisters, the Troysters.
I love that band.
Trudy and the Cloisters. They actually sang Tan Shoes
with Pink Shoelaces.
So we're gonna go finally film the Cloisters. It's so funny with these now that we're doing these debut tours, insight tours, live on delay tours, New York in a Can. Now that we're doing these sort of film tours, now we find ourselves like, we'll wake up in the morning and we'll plan like, okay, today we're gonna go do like the Flushing Meadows, Corona Park, and World's Fair. But it's like overcast, and we're like, no, we want it to be perfect. So now we're waiting to like perfect weather opportunities for each of these.
And the right time of day, that's another thing. I will say we both, I think, are shifting. With Hago, we've thought of tours and new ideas with a certain, with the Hago in mind and the Hago platform and how Hago works. And so that's been some adjusting for us. But it's in a good way in many ways, because we can do things like go to Liberty Island now, and actually properly film the Statue of Liberty and the whole island, and we can go to Governor's Island, which we weren't able to do before, and a lot of other places. Seneca Village, that's another tour, a Central Park tour that we tested for Hago and had a terrible signal, so we couldn't show it. So now it does open up a lot more possibilities. We still won't be able to go into like public, pay places. Like we still wouldn't go into a museum and do a tour and record a tour with us, talking loudly. We wouldn't do that still. But if we got special permission for something, we might.
And a few people have said boring is perfect or no need to be perfect. And honestly, we actually agree. So now we're waiting for like good light, or for example, like the Cloisters, we're waiting because the gardens are just starting to really bloom, and we want them to be a nice bloom so that you get to see them at their peak. But having said that, when we record the tour, we are very much going to be making mistakes like we did on our Hago tours. We will be trying to make each other laugh. That part will not, that will never be perfect, and we never want that to be perfect. So know that part isn't going away.
And that's who we are. So
yeah. Lori, that will be pre-recorded when those are and I saw some of those other ideas. A&P premiere, somebody said, fresh from A&P, a taste of MIC. I'm writing them all down.
Laurie, yes. It's sort of hard to explain, but we're going to do on YouTube, we'll be putting up new tours that will be pre-recorded. So they will be new tours that we're going to add to our YouTube page, but they're not live in real time.
Yeah.
They're live when we're recording them, but they're not in real time.
Yugo. Somebody wrote Yugo. Isn't that also that old car? Wasn't there Yugo?
Oh, a Yugo, yeah.
A Yugo. I like that. I don't know who wrote that in first. I just saw some people laughing at it. And Tish said, St. John the Divine. Yes, Tish. Yeah, we'll go back there because sadly that rerun we don't have access to because it was in 2021.
2021, there was a long period of time in 2021 where we did not have access to our Hago videos.
Yeah.
So we weren't able to download a large part of 2021. Which is a bummer, but yes, we can go back. Tish, thanks for that.
The only tricky thing, Tish, is just know, sadly, the Peacocks are no longer there, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
The Peacocks have retired.
Yeah.
And so they no longer have the things there. Karen says we should do outtakes. We actually, Patrick doesn't know this, but I saved a file. We made intros for half of our rerun videos already, which we have 97 reruns to play, and we made intros for half of them. And I have a file of all the outtakes, which are quite funny. So at some point I will edit together an outtake video. There was another, I like AMP TV, somebody mentioned too, as well. There was another question up here I wanted to see. Sorry, am I messing you up?
No. Someone said Facebook group. We have our Facebook page. By the way, we have had a lot of Facebook requests, friend requests to connect on Facebook for Aaron Patrick Adventure. Hey, what was it? What is it? Aaron Patrick AP Adventures. No. Aaron.
Sorry, I was writing and I wasn't paying attention. Our Facebook page
is Aaron Patrick
AP Adventures.
AP Adventures.
Yeah.
Whew. Wow. Everything's spinning. So yes, we've had a lot of friend requests to connect with us on Facebook. Please know, we're a little leery of bots. So we have connected with a lot of people on there. We sort of check to see if we have someone in common, another guide or another viewer. And oftentimes you might be someone who has tried to connect with us that is not connected to any other viewers from Hago or any other old Hago guides. So just know that we're sort of going through them slowly. So if you have tried to connect with us on Facebook, and we haven't responded to that, we apologize. We're trying to catch up to all of that.
And here's what I will also say about that is feel free to send us a message if we haven't responded.
Yeah.
And just say, hey guys, I sent you a message, because then we know for sure. We're like, oh great, that person is not a bot or whatever. Somebody said, Mike mentioned, what about playing a video of one of our tours on like Saturday or Sunday and then talking about it? Well, Mike, that is very much something we're playing with, and that was part of the idea for today's green screen and this OBS system I was trying. Patrick can attest to this. I have been for probably 4 hours today and probably a good couple hours yesterday playing around with this system to try to get it going.
Yeah.
And the idea would be that we could play these videos and we would be down here in a little tiny box, like talking heads. Like what was that old with the two people in the middle of the screen and they would watch old sci-fi movies and talk about it?
2000 Space.
Yeah.
What was that?
It would be like that. So
3000, something 3000.
Yeah, somewhat science theater.
Mystery Science Theater.
Mystery Science Theater. It would be like that.
Yeah.
So yes, that is something we really want to do because we think that actually would be really fun. Mystery, there it is. We think that'd be really fun. We think you guys would like that. So we're gonna figure that out. Don't worry. That is on the cards.
Yeah, we sort of are gonna find our way here. We threw out a lot of ideas when we were just sitting around brainstorming. Like, what about this? What about this?
Yeah.
And one thing we talked about is on our live once a week, eventually, like the first few weeks, I think are just going to be figuring out what's working and what's not. But eventually, potentially picking a subject and being like, let's talk about, this subject.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Thanks, David. We'll check with Kelsey. The truth is this time around, I was trying something that John Wright recommended to Ian. but I think they're both just smarter than me. I think that's what it is. I've watched so many YouTube videos on how to make this platform work, and we pushed go to do it, and we could see your chat, and it said your configurations are not right to stream right now. So
yeah,
we'll figure that out. Also, somebody said, now that we're filming stuff, will we switch up where we stand? Which actually leads to something interesting that some of you might have noticed. So we did start filming with a different app, and it's called the DJI app because it goes along with our gimbal, which is all kind of boring talk. But all that to say, so basically meaning that we can use the gimbal to zoom and turn the camera, and it just goes up immediately to the app. But when we flip the camera, it flips our position.
So it looked like we were on the opposite side.
So do know we're not breaking with our Hago tradition. Patrick's on this side, I'm on this side.
The truth is, there was really only one reason that we always stood on the same side during Hago, because we were connected. Like Aaron had the microphone clipped to him, and I was holding the gimbal, so we were sort of tethered together, and it was just easier to be on this side of him.
Although that leads to another nice segue too. Some of you may have noticed in some of our videos, it would have happened in the Maisel video, maybe only in the Maisel video so far, but we are using new Bluetooth microphones. They're not perfect, but we're figuring that out too. The sound sometimes is good and sometimes not. But what it could allow, for example, this week we did film, spoiler alert. Can I give a spoiler alert? Do you care?
Yeah, do it.
This week we did film Flushing Meadows Corona Park, and we talk about the 1964 World's Fair, and we go to some of the sites of the 1964 World's Fair, a tour we were never able to do on Hago because the signal was bad. So we went and filmed it this week, and I did hopscotch at one point in time.
Oh, yeah.
And the only reason I'm saying that is it's a little bit jarring because it's me in front of the camera talking, doing hopscotch, but you still hear me totally fine.
Yeah.
AMP first run.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good too.
Also, I think it was Linda said, she asked a question that I was going to, wait, where did it go?
While I can say something while you look if you want.
Yeah.
So the other upcoming tour that we're gonna film, I just want to just put a few morsels out there, is Seneca Village.
Yeah.
That's, as some of you know, that's a part of Central Park we've always wanted to show off. And our signal weirdly is bad in that one section of Seneca Park, or of Central Park. So we're gonna film that probably in the next 2 weeks. We'll probably get that up and going. So look for that in the future too, as one of the new AMP first runs.
Yeah.
AMP TV.
Resurrection. Linda asked, can we make cannolis? Linda, if we could make cannolis, we would never leave the house.
But we should try it.
Okay.
We're going to try it. I'm just saying it right now. We're going to do it at home, and we're going to try to make cannolis, whether they're terrible or not.
This is happening.
I'm making a note.
Oh, he's serious. Yeah. He's making a note.
No, I'm. This one knows. I have notes all over the house. There we go.
Gelato. We never. Oh no, we did make ice cream. The
on a tour.
No, not on a tour.
Oh, I have made ice cream a lot.
But we've never made cannolis.
We have made cannolis. Yeah, absolutely. Try black and white cookies too. Yeah. We could do that. Yeah, exactly. There's more on our list that we want to talk about. Oh, the schedule.
Oh, yeah.
How to get in touch with us, what we put up this week, what's coming up. Oh, somebody asked about Dyker Heights. We don't have a tour of Dyker Heights other than our Christmas. And yes, that Christmas tour will come up. We've had a few questions about the burger cookies, Tish. We've had a few questions about the Christmas tours, like some that people have missed. Those will appear in the reruns. I think they'll probably appear in July, Christmas in July.
Yeah.
So I know I like to, I know July a lot, but I'm being serious about that. I could have landed that better. I could have done much better.
Someone asked if we're going to do Harlem. I'm sorry that I saw the question and the name has scrolled by. But yes, that is also on our list. And another tour that we had trouble figuring out on Hago because Harlem is a cool area, but all of the places to see, the cool things to see in Harlem are spread out. They're far apart.
Yeah.
So we couldn't figure out how to get all of that in on a Hago tour. But now with YouTube, we'll be able to edit things together and get to show you a large part of Harlem. So yes, keep an eye out.
Nicole, yes, we have one of our reruns of Pride, and we'll probably do something for Pride Live. Somebody said, Rosie said, Meeting Santa was one of your favorites. That one we have a pre-record of, or
yes.
a rerun. I mean, we have a rerun of that one, so that one will get put up at some point.
Sure.
And that's okay. Are you okay if I go back? Because there was something else I wanted to mention. Liz, more subway tours. Yes, Liz.
Oh yeah.
We actually have one at the ready that we want to film. We want to do one of our Fresh from AMP tours. I'm just trying all these names, hoping one sticks. All the names that you've said, I'm just trying it out. Linda would like a Queens tour, so maybe that's a debut.
Well,
Queens
yes.
debut.
That park in Queens,
Socrates,
that we were never able to do. And yes, the answer is yes.
Kind Woman says you could consider having guests on home live events. Yes, the answer is yes. I think that will happen. We'll probably have some friends and guests over. We have company coming this week that I potentially want to see if said company wants to be a guest.
Yes.
I won't give anything away in case said company does not want to be a guest. But yeah, Empire State Building, Central Park tours. Natalie, I think look for the reruns to appear soon. The AMP premieres, the AMP TV versions of Central Park. I don't know, I'm testing it all out.
Yeah.
We'll land on one someday. Those we're slowly filming now. What we're doing is basically what I was saying earlier. We're waiting for those portions of the park to look their best. For example, we did Central Park 2 this past week because the sun was perfect and it was where the cherry blossoms are. And then right at that time, the cherry blossoms, the storm the day before knocked all the cherry blossoms off, but we filmed it anyway.
Stefan, welcome. We yes, that was our initial hope, was to use the green screen and to put ourselves somewhere like in Central Park or something, but we couldn't figure it out. We thought we had figured it out, but it didn't work. So now we're just in front of a green screen. Now we're green.
Tune in next time.
Green with envy.
Yeah, exactly. Aaron and Patrick merchandise. We've talked about that. Lethargy said, would you ever consider doing a ghost tour? And Lethargy, you said something earlier too that I read and liked. I think you were saying you were enjoying the YouTube format. I think that was you that mentioned that. So thank you for that. Honestly, we don't have anything ghost-wise in our repertoire, but it doesn't mean we can't do it.
We could do something. We did talk about going to that cemetery that's so cool. That's in Queens.
In Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
Greenwood. Leslie brings up a really good one too. How about a Seinfeld tour or a Sex and the City tour?
Well, we have talked about, now that we're on this new platform, we can edit things together. So we could do film locations or TV locations or fun things like that. So those are all things that are kind of on the list and in the works.
Yeah, because now I think we can edit it like we did with the Maisel tour. We can sort of edit it all together. So that's our hope and plan right there. Marta, the Easter parade will be that we have a rerun of that.
We do, yeah. We did download that, so we have that.
At some point that'll be one of the reruns. Not sure when. Right now we have a bit of a plan of how we're laying out the reruns, but I'm not sure when Easter parade will go up.
Jane, great minds think alike, because we have talked about that, the subway and how to use the subway and how to use public transportation, how to, buy your subway pass, and, because I'm sure that's daunting for a lot of people before they come to New York. And we thought that would be a useful tour to do.
Yeah. And somebody else mentioned that too in one of the comments as well. And we wrote it down. We have an Excel spreadsheet that we write these things down on so that we can keep them up or keep up to what we're going to do. I also just want to say, a lot of people put in the chat some ideas, but if there is something you're holding back on saying, please put it in the chat of like where you would like us to go, something you'd like to see. And really, what I think would be, oh yeah, the TWA hotel. We actually almost did that during the height of the pandemic. That was one of our top ones we wanted to go do, and we never got it in. Parker, how to get your suitcase caught, turns out. But really, what I would love to hear, not even so much of locations, but events you would like to see in New York, things you're curious about that are maybe not televised, like the Maisel event we did on Friday, things that you wouldn't see on TV. If there's something we're not thinking of, please let us know. Tish, Upper East Side, we have Patrick has been hounding this one right here to do a Gilded Age Mansion tour for the longest time. And I
think there's so many mansions, not even just on Fifth Avenue, just on the Upper East Side in general. You can walk down almost any street off of Central Park on the East Side. And there's just rows of mansions that are so cool to see. So I think that would be a neat tour to do.
Prospect Park is pretty high on our list. A few people have mentioned that, and we've talked about that before, so we'll get that up there. 4th of July and fireworks, yeah, love that.
Crystal, yes, the answer is yes.
And somebody mentioned Wave Hill in the Bronx. I have to look that up. That's a great tip. So I'm jotting all these down. Tea houses of NYC. Interesting.
Tea houses.
Have some tea, my love.
Yeah. The baseball stadium. Yes, we've talked about that.
Oh, yeah.
Going out to Yankee Stadium.
And that's an interesting one. Can you show us unusual architecture? I like that idea.
I can show you my at-home like clay formations.
No, but I do think that there's something interesting there. Like if we cobbled together a tour of
we can edit it together. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I really like that idea. I am writing this down just because I know that you say the chat will stay, but it still makes me worried. The Mermaid Parade.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Things that you wouldn't see televised per se.
Put that in, Sharon. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. Nicole, the Bowery we show on our Lower East Side tour.
And we did download that tour, and we have it, so we can put it up as a rerun.
Yeah, Bob Dylan's New York, Woody Allen's New York, Seinfeld's New York. I love that. CE. Yep. Helene, yeah, World Trade Center Memorial. We do show that rerun will probably hit soon, and we'll have AMP premiere. AMP premiere. Oh, somebody mentioned that. I'm gonna stick with that one for right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Intrepid. Yeah, we talked about that one, Cynthia.
Oh, that might come sooner than later, actually. Because that one, even though it's a museum, I think we could still film some of it outside and not feel uncomfortable.
Dahlia, yes, it feels like that sometimes.
It could be Dahlia. Asbury Park has a Mermaid Day. I see.
Yes, yeah. Harlem's on the list.
Yeah, yeah.
Banksy. Oh, yeah, that's fun. Banksy's around.
You know what's tricky about Banksy is a lot of his stuff has gone from New York already. The Upper West Side tour that's on YouTube right now, we show off a Banksy on that one if you haven't seen that one. Art Deco, I like that idea.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep. Moonstruck locations.
Specifically just Moonstruck locations. Oh, wow. Interesting, Leap K.
Interesting.
Yeah, so these are all great things. We've jotted some things down, and we have a lot of things in the works. It feels daunting a little bit, sort of switching over to a new. I mean, Hago. I mean, honestly, they made it so easy for us as the guides and for the viewers to just one click away, and you were on and able to chat with everyone. So this is just a new way of doing things, and we're gonna figure it out. We are determined. So
Lori said Ugly Betty locations. Don't you miss that show?
Oh yeah,
that was a good one, and it certainly showed off New York. By the way, I know we've talked about Maisel a lot, but what I will say is that if you don't watch Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, give it a try. If for no other reason, then it shows off New York City in such a cool way. Plus, the costumes are
just stunning on the show, and I also feel like New York City is like a character in the show.
Yeah,
because they show New York in
Yeah.
such a beautiful way.
Similar to Sex and the City.
Yeah.
It was,
Same idea.
Yeah, felt very much the same. Yeah, cool clothes and cars. Yeah, all of that. Agreed. A wine or craft beer tasting tour.
Oh,
Interesting. All right. Yeah, so again, just to sort of bring us on home.
yeah.
Mondays, look for reruns on YouTube. Wednesdays, look for an A&P premiere.
Yes.
Maybe we'll put a new banner with that as well.
Yeah.
You'll see on our page the tiles, the YouTube thumbnail tiles. We're going to brand them accordingly, so you look at it and you know that's a rerun, that's a new one, that's a live one coming up, or whatever. So Mondays will be a rerun, Wednesdays will be a premiere, Friday will be another rerun, and then on Saturday or Sunday there'll be some kind of live, either at home or out and about. Tuesdays and Thursdays, almost without fail, there will be a short. And then there could be surprise shorts throughout the week. And there could also be surprise premieres. Like, for example, if something like Mrs. Maisel pops up and we film it, we want to get it up as soon as possible so it's not old news.
Yeah. So the Mrs. Maisel tour was something that we went to the event that day, went home, edited it quickly, and then put it up. Mike says, and on Tuesday we nap.
Yeah, exactly. On Tuesdays we nap. So just know that there could be new ones that are not on that schedule, and that's just because we want to get ahead of the game, so it'll be up there. Yes, and they'll always be at noon, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon. Those will launch. Our live ones on the weekends, we don't have a schedule yet, and we might do a schedule. We might switch it up. We're not sure yet because it's about so many of you all lovingly tune in from different time zones. So we want to make sure we get a time zone that works for everybody, or we switch it up so that, it works this week for some people and works next week for other people.
And, our schedules might, be varied, week to week. So it just depends on what time we can do them. But the ones that are scheduled, the tour, the Hego reruns and the premieres will be scheduled times.
Yeah. Somebody asked about my filming of the show that you typed in, but I won't say because I don't know that I'm allowed to yet. But it went very well. It was very fast, very efficient, and fun. And I mean, they've been doing it for decades, so they are like very efficient there. And I'll let you know when that airs. Although I can tell you it's the final episode of the season.
Yeah.
And I will also tell you it's very brief. Very, very brief.
Nicole said, can you do a tour of Brooklyn? We have talked about going to the Botanical Gardens in Brooklyn. So yes, that will be coming. That's coming.
Are you on new projects now? Lori asks. Well, Patrick is getting ready to start the development of a new show.
Yes.
This week. And don't worry, that won't affect us.
No, that won't.
I almost said on Hego. Oh, R.I.P. But that won't affect our YouTube, our Yugo experience. And then I have a couple things later.
Yeah,
much later.
There's stuff in the works for us in the theater world, but
damn, I didn't die in it, and I would be fun to have like a dramatic death scene or something. No, I play a lawyer. I play a boring lawyer with one line, but very important line.
That's true.
Yeah, but one line.
I practiced his scene.
It's true.
Before he went in.
But we'll let you know when those things air so that it's not missed.
Vegas, if we're ever in Vegas, we might do a live tour. We do have a Hego rerun that we put up.
Yeah, one of them's up already.
And we have a second Las Vegas Hego rerun that we will put up at some point.
Yeah. So anyway, to reiterate, Mondays and Fridays reruns, Wednesdays premieres, Saturday and or Sunday a live, and then look for new stuff throughout the week that could be on top of that. The way to be notified by that is to subscribe, hit that bell button, and the bell will give you a notification. I think it even gives you a few options, but I think it should be clear.
I know one is that you can get like a 30 minutes before you can get like a
dinner.
You can get a notification.
They bring you dinner, and then you get to have dinner while you watch
that doesn't happen.
Our premiere.
Nobody brings you dinner. No.
At Hago, they would have.
We are so happy to check in with so many viewers who thankfully have just been so loyal and for some crazy reason want to come back and see us. It feels good, it's fun. You know, our when we started this, we'd never done anything like this, a virtual touring type thing. And when we started, we, you know, our number one rule was let's do this because it seems like it'd be a fun thing to do. And as long as it stays fun, we'll keep doing it. And
Yeah.
you know, it's still fun. So we're gonna figure it out. But
And Patrick said on numerous times on our Hago tours that you know, if you're home alone, that we are here for you. And then our platform got taken away from all of us, and not to comment on that, we miss it, and we're very honored with what they did and with what we did there, but that is jarring for a lot of people. So please know that we are trying to figure this out so that we can still at least be a presence if you are alone, or if you just want to enjoy, or if you just want to mute us and watch whatever we're showing off, that's fine too. But I feel like we're driving a car with square wheels, but we're going to get round wheels
eventually.
and it's not even an aerodynamic car yet.
Yeah.
It's very clunky, but we're gonna get there. We promise.
There's no power steering.
There's no power steering.
It's a clutch.
There's no air conditioning, and the windows don't work. But we're going to get there. We might even get to like full Tesla at some point on YouTube.
Wow. You heard it. We're getting a Tesla.
Hey,
we heard it here first.
I'm gonna take small wins. We were able to see everybody in the chat, and they can see us.
That's
we'll
true.
take that as our first win. Our very first Hago tour, it failed.
That's true.
So
but we kept going.
Yeah.
A clown car. Thank you all so much. We'll see you on YouTube. Check out our page. Again, should we put that in, or everybody's good? Everybody knows they're on it.
They're there.
We're here. My God,
you're with us. So we're not going to tell you what's coming up this week, even though it is scheduled and ready to go. So you'll have to wait and see what's coming.
Yeah.
And we'll put up that live tour very soon. We're just checking on said company to see what their schedule is and if we can when to schedule that. But we'll put that in the Hago. I should also say that the tours that get posted on YouTube, the reruns and the premieres, won't appear in the guide calendar. That only the live stuff will appear in the guide calendar.
Right.
Am I correct in saying that?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you can go to our YouTube page, which you're on. But when this is over, when we sign off, go and get those notifications, and then you'll hit that bell, and you'll get notifications whenever we put up a new tour or a new even a Hago rerun will go up tomorrow at noon.
Yeah.
So if you hit that bell notification, you'll know when that goes up. So.
Thank you all. It is so wonderful to see your names and to see you chatting with each other, and to know that it's not gone, it's not going away. We're figuring it out, and we're figuring it all out together. So
that's right.
I love that. Thank you all so much.
Yeah. We'll see you next time.
Okay. Bye.